you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
After a wild day one of the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, we saw quarterfinals in our 2 largest classes. Now we move to our 3 smallest classes to close out the quarterfinal round as we get set for Class 3A, Class 2A, and Class 1A. Good morning, everybody, and welcome high above court number 1 here at the Extreme Arena in Coralville. And we get to start off with an amazing matchup here in Class 3A. The Blue Bloods of Class 3A, it is the number 1 overall seed, the Western Christian Wolfpack, getting set to take on the number 8 seed, the Mount Vernon Mustangs. It's a rematch of the last 2 Class 3A state championships. This year we know there will at least be 1 new team battling for a state title in Class 3A. Well, let's go back to 2023. Mount Vernon came in as the number 1 overall seed. Western Christian came in as the 3 seed. They met in the state championship, and Western Christian sent Mount Vernon back disappointed. They win the state title 3-1. Then we go to last year, and Mount Vernon has revenge on their mind. Of course, those seniors, that awesome senior group from Mount Vernon said after 2023, we will be back, and they came back with a vengeance in 2024. It was a clean sweep for the Mount Vernon Mustangs in 2024 to win the state title. Now these 2 teams meet in the quarterfinal round here in 2025. Let's take a look at how these 2 teams got here on our road to state. We'll start first with the number 8 seed. That is the Mount Vernon Mustangs. They defeated Anamosa for the Region 8 championship. Come into this morning's matchup 23-15. 234 kill efficiency so far this year, which is 8th best in Class 3A. And man, oh man, they've got athletes all over the place, having to replace a ton of pieces from last year's team. Of course, this Mount Vernon team, no Chloe Meester, no Sydney Huber, no Aaron Jackson, no Paige Sherborne anymore, all lost to graduation, but they've got some pieces that will come back and try to fill those gaps. They're back here in Coralville. Now we flip the side to the number 1 seed. That is the Western Christian Wolfpack, 37-9 overall. They were the champions of Region 1. They defeated Osage as they rolled through their regional tournament, winning all of their matches in straight sets. 25th straight appearance, which is an IGHSAU record. They've also been to 24 straight Final Four appearances, and they're trying to get to their 25th straight Final Four appearance with a win over Mount Vernon today. 11.7 kills per set, which is 5th best in Class 3A. And of course, 4 starters back from last year's state champion or state runner-up team for the Wolfpack of Western Christian, including Maggie Van Shapen, 9.3, almost 9.5 assists per set, which is 4th best in Class 3A so far this season. Those are our 2 teams getting set to open up the day here in Class 3A. Well, we mentioned yesterday in Class 5A and 4A, we saw the 2 biggest classes compete. It was Waukee Northwest, Ankeny Centennial, and Valley all advancing in Class 5A, whereas in Class 4A to close out last night, it was the number 1 seed, Clear Creek Amana. They defeated number 8 seed Sergeant Bluff Luton. North Scott advances to the semifinals, as does Sioux Center and Pella, all advancing to the semifinal round. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We are getting set, top of the hour. We have Mount Vernon and Western Christian here on court number 1 from the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a 5th-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Volleyball Tournament.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools go hand in hand. Iowa farmers are some of the most productive individuals in our state, working endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our communities. Student athletes are also incredibly productive, dedicating countless hours to train and excel in their sports. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate both groups while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements, both on the court and in the classroom. They are committed to your success, helping provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering on your school, we all play a role in making our state shine. So from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck in the tournament games.
Back here to the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships at the Extreme Arena in Coralville. We're getting ready to start off day number 2 of this awesome tournament. This will be the final day of quarterfinals. We'll go quarterfinals in Class 3A, 2A, and Class 1A. There's a live look at the Mount Vernon crowd. Looks like they're going white out here. this opening game as they sit here on the near side, and across the way it is the Western Christian Wolfpack fans as they get ready to cheer on their Wolfpack against Mount Vernon today. It should be an exciting one. You're watching the 2025 Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As a sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, the Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, we are investing in Iowa's future. Thank you to the Iowa Farm Bureau for sponsoring the IGHSAU and the Iowa girl. Western Christian comes into tonight to this morning's matchup as the number 1 overall seed. The Mount Vernon Mustangs, the number 8 seed. They finished ranked number 9 in the final IGHSAU rankings. Of course, Western Christian was ranked number 1 in the final IGHSAU rankings. And both these two teams are battle tested. Both these two teams played plenty of state tournament opponents throughout their regular season to get set for this one. As I mentioned, this is the 25th straight appearance for Western Christian. Well, it's the 8th straight appearance for the Mustangs of Mount Vernon, and they have won 2 state championships in that time, whereas Western Christian has won 14 state championships in their 25 straight appearances. They've won 19 state championships overall. Let's go downstairs for today's introduction of our teams.
Today's 2025 Girls State Volleyball Tournament. This 3A quarterfinal matchup features the Mount Vernon Mustangs and the Western Christian Wolfpack. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship and decorum shown by the qualifying schools during the season and state tournament week. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Natalie Smith from Winterset High School, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Mount Vernon, Jolene Woods. And from Western Christian, Julie Van Scapen. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by everyone here today. We request that your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to just enjoy the game. It's now time to introduce our players and coaches for today's 3A quarterfinal matchup. First of all, for the Mount Vernon Mustangs, here are your non-starters. Number 2, Carly Elliott. Number 6, Alexis Boren. Number 8, Emma Hoffman. Number 10, Madeline Paulus. Number 11, Ella Wilson. Number 12, Brindley Betcher. 15, Kinley Nissen. And 18, Hayden Gukin. Your assistant coaches, Jess Fitzpatrick, Krista Winders, Amber Hess, Jeff Walker, and Shannon Miller. Now here's your starters for the Mustangs of Mount Vernon. A 5'7" senior, number 3, Caliana Whitaker. A 5'7" senior, number 4, Madeline Boren. 5'7" junior, number 5, Madison Huffert. A 5'5" senior, number 7, Isabel Logue. A 5'6" senior, number 9, Lily Cook. And a 5'10" junior, number 17, Sophia Meester. Your libero is a 5'3" junior, number 1, Maverick Schweer. Head coach for the Mustangs is Maggie Willems. And now let's meet the team from Western Christian. Here are the Wolfpack non-starters. Number 0, Paisley Groneweg. Number 2, Hadley Deckers. Number 5, Avery Dykstra. Number 8, Kendra Koyman. Number 9, Maria Wienia. Number 12, Taran DeGroot. Number 13, Olivia Ten Naple. Number 15, Kennedy Van Tol. Your assistant coaches, Ashton Klein, Amanda Hall, and Jenna Dykstra. And now, here's your starters for the Western Christian Wolfpack. A 5'11 senior, number 3, Bentley Bleak. A 5'7 senior, number 4, Scarlett Winterfeld. A 5'9 senior, number 6, Maggie Van Scapen. A 5'10 sophomore, number 7, Madden DeJager. A 6-foot senior, number 10, Addie Van Tol. And a 6'3 sophomore, number 11, Morgan Koima. Your libero is a 5'3 junior, number 1, Breslin Koima. Head coach for the Wolfpack, Tammy Verbeek. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce your officials for today's matchup. Your first referee, Kim Paddock. Your second referee, Randy Clark. Your line judges, Gene Statlander and Jim Doyle. Fans, at this time, we ask you to please stand if you're able and direct your attention to the flag as we honor our many veterans who've so proudly served, the men and women around the world currently protecting our freedom each and every day, and this great country we call home, with the singing of our national anthem today, performed by Mallory Weber from Denver Community High School. She's an 8th grader. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red-glared, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mallory. Great job. All right, who's ready for state tournament volleyball?
Well, how about that to start off the day? What a rock star, an 8th grader from Denver. She will be a star. Well, our starting lineups today are brought to you by our friends at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is the proud sponsor of the IGHSAU. Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Here we go, day number 2 of the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. Again, a rematch of the last 2 Class 3A state title games, 2023-2024. It is Western Christian and Mount Vernon. Western Christian will be on the left side of your screen in the maroon jerseys. Mount Vernon on the right side in the white jerseys. And, of course, 2 legendary head coaches that lead these 2 teams. Tammy Verbeek in her 30th season coaching, 27 years at Western Christian. She has 1,190 career wins, just 180 career losses. And of course, on the other side, Maggie Willems, 456 career wins, 156 career losses, 27 years coaching, and she has been at Mount Vernon for 16 years, 13 state championships, state tournament appearances in 16 years. We are ready to roll here from Coralville as we will lead things off with Madeline Boren for Mount Vernon. Western Christian will get the first attack on offense, but sending that one right back down. One of our stars to watch as Kellyanne Wedeker will block that one home, and Mount Vernon will lead early 1-0. We're going to see Boren back to serve once again as the jump serve will come over the net, and Western Christian will re-rack their offense. Played well defensively for Mount Vernon. They try to free ball back. It is blocked by Western Christian. Meester will send that one over the nets, and it is long. Sophia Meester in her junior season, the 5'10 junior, averages 3.5 kills per set this season. Breslin Koima will serve as the libero for Western Christian. Meester will attack again, and this time it will again go wide of the courts. So a couple of attack errors for Sophia Meester to start this game off, and now Western Christian leads 2-1. As Koima will continue to serve, Meester will receive the serve. Go to the right side this time. Western Christian will set it up, and they will find the kill as that one is brought home by Morgan Koima, the sophomore. She also averages 3.5 kills per set this season. Those two are going to be the ones to watch. 11 in maroon and 17 in whites. Koima and Meester. As Mount Vernon will have a conversation with our R1 as the captain, Maverick Shawir, will go over there and have a conversation with our R1. And now Coach Willems will conversate with the R2. Looks like everything is good to go, and we are set for our fourth point. 3-1 Western Christian here early. Meester will receive. They'll give it right back to her. She's blocked at the nets. Give the block that time to Koima. And Bentley Bleak was there as well for Western Christian. And it's now 4-1 Wolfpack here early as Koima continues to serve the libero. This time will be a service error into the nets. And Mount Vernon back to serve once again. Trying to get back on top after finding the side out they were looking for. Good serve sends Western Christian out of sync offensively, and Mount Vernon will score, as that was Lily Cook, the senior. Nearly had a service ace. Western Christian was able to play it for 2 ups, just not over the nets. Here comes Meester with the cross-court attack. It is dug out by Koima. Once again, dug out by Western Christian. They'll set again to Meester, blocked at the net. Good defense by Western Christian. Just a free ball now to the Wolfpack side. They're going to set up their offense. Taken in the back row by Cook. Meester just tips it over the net. Back to Mount Vernon. Blocked again by Western Christian. Good rally here. Who's going to come up with the point? And the tip over is short by Whitaker. And the first long rally of the day will go in favor of Western Christian. They lead 5-3. Just because this is the 1-8 seed doesn't mean Mount Vernon outmatched. Of course, Western Christian the favorite all season long, the favorite to win the state title, but never count out this Mount Vernon team. And they're going to call a lift violation against Mount Vernon, as that one was going to the back row. Might have been in there in the back corner, but lift violation is whistled for first. 6-3. Now we've got another whistle, and over the line. We'll have a substitution now. It is an IMT substitution. So the substitutions in today's games are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. 6-4. Meester will serve. Good serve. Overpass. Right back to Mount Vernon. Western Christian will play it, though. And the attack cross court is in by Morgan Koima. The 6'3 sophomore goes cross court and finds the kill. Mount Vernon will re-rack. That one is blocked. I think it's going to be 4 contacts. There was no block. It is 4 contacts. That one went straight into the net and back to the Mount Vernon side. And again, Western Christian maintains their early lead. 8-4 is the current one. Service on the way by the Jaeger. This one is tipped over the nets. And it will be a touch against Mount Vernon, and the point will go to Western Christian, now 9-4. Jaeger will continue to serve for Western Christian. Overpass, dunked right back down. Can Mount Vernon save it? No ups there as Koima blocks it back down. Mount Vernon can't control it. It's 10-4, early lead for Western Christian. Jaeger will continue to serve. Meester will just have to push over. It is taken by Koima. Blocked at the net, but blocked out, and the kill will go to Scarlett Winterfeld. Of course, a huge part now in her senior season of that state championship team 2 years ago and the state runner-up team a year ago. Winterfeld will continue her college career next year, playing some more volleyball. Here comes Koima again, big block at the net for Mount Vernon. Give that one to Whitaker. Whitaker will get up at the net and block that one down. Coach Verbeek now wants a conversation with our officials. Both coaches having those early conversations. The conversation will end. And Schweer will serve the libero for Mount Vernon. 11-5. Koima finds one in the back row. Nobody there for Mount Vernon. As that one gets down. Both Alexis Boren and Meester looking at each other as that one goes right through them. And down onto the floor. Morgan Koima will serve now. A good serve takes Mount Vernon all the way back out of their offense. They'll just have to come over with it. It'll be played by Western Christian. They'll go Koima from the back row, and she finds one from the back row. Got the angle and got it down. It is now 13-5. Western Christian controlling early. Timeout, Mount Vernon. The Wolfpack will talk about it, as will the Mustangs, and we'll come back. This is the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here to Coralville, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships at the Extreme Arena here in Coralville. Got a great one to start the day. Hopefully you've grabbed your coffee and joining us for this one. It is number 1 Western Christian pacing number 8 Mount Vernon 13-5. Mount Vernon ended number 9 in the final IGHSAU rankings. All those top 8 teams not making it here to the state tournament. Instead, it is the 9 seed Mount Vernon, and they fill in the spot as the 8 seed. 14-5. Koima will continue to serve, as we saw the block a moment ago. Meester will come over with it. It is taken by Western Christian, and that one is hammered down. It will come back as an overpass. And once again, they'll go same play, and this time it's down for Western Christian. Scarlett Winterfeld hammers that one down. The first one was dug out on an overpass. Let's watch that one again. Winterfeld gets it a second time. There's the first one. Came on an overpass. Let's go right back to her. And she hammers it home that time. This time it is Mount Vernon as Gukin. Aiden Gukin finds the kill for Mount Vernon. They get the side out right back after the monster attack by Winterfeld. Gukin answers right back with one of her own. That one over the tape. Great defense and an awesome up there by Western Christian. Now can Mount Vernon put it home? They can. It's Gukin with back-to-back. Give credit to Van Scapen on a great up on a service that nearly rolled over the tape for an ace. At that point goes to Mount Vernon. Short serve just has to be pushed over by Van Scapen, and she's going to find a kill out of it. Sometimes that's all you got. Is your only play is just to push it over the net to the other team. That time Van Scapen made the most of it and found the kill. She'll serve this time, and that one goes in off the overpass. Don't see that every day. A good serve by Van Scapen. The overpass from the libero Schweer lands in the back row against Western Christian, so the point goes to Mount Vernon. Van Scapen will set to Winterfeld. Good touch for Mount Vernon, allowed to set up their offense. Van Scapen will set it up again, this time coming over the net. Schweer will take for Mount Vernon, and we've got a whistle into the net. Is the Mustangs of Mount Vernon. The point will go to Western Christian, make it 16-8 here in the opening set. 12 minutes from now, the other Class 3A game that will take place this morning going to get started on the other court. We'll keep you updated as that one goes along. We've got Western Christian, another point as Mount Vernon into the net for a second time. That is Mid Prairie taking on Davenport Assumption. In our 2-7 game. Back here to our 1-8 game. Big block. Did it go in or out? It was in. Huge block at the net for Western Christian. Give that one to Eddie Van Hol. Blocks that one in. It is 19-8 Wolfpack. Comes the serve from Winterfeld, but her service is into the nets. Mount Vernon will add a point as they will swap out the libero. That's an IMT substitution. Substitutions today's game are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Back to serve for Mount Vernon is Madeline Boren. It's an in. It's an ace for Van Buren. Channel Seeds sponsor all of our ace serves. You can find your local seed dealer at channelseed.com. Back to serve once again is Boren. Western Christian will find the kill off the block. Give that one to Bentley Bleak, the senior. Bleak returning to this team for the last couple of years as well. Very experienced Western Christian team. Overpass, and knowing right what to do with that is Morgan Koima. The overpass comes right back to the 6'3" Koima, and she sends it straight back down to the floor. It's 21-10 Western Christian. And that one is in for an ace as it lands in. Had no ace serves through the first part of this opening set. Now each team has one, as that'll be another Channel Seed ace serve. Back to serve once again. How about back-to-back? Back-to-back ace serves for Breslin Koima, the junior libero. Had 40 ace serves going into the state tournaments. Has picked up back-to-back here. Meester will play it this time. They'll go back to Meester, and she is blocked right back onto the floor. Huge block once again for Bentley Bleak. Timeout, Mount Vernon. It is set point for Western Christian. They lead 24-10. We'll take it. We'll come back. This is the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back to Coralville, it is USA theme for the Western Christian Wolfpack student section. I'm sure they enjoyed the awesome national anthem we had prior to today's game. It is set points, and we'll have set point number 2 as the serve from Breslin Koima goes long. Makes it 24-11. Mount Vernon has a long way to go. They need 13 straight points to keep this game alive. They needed 14. They got one of the 14 they needed. Koima, 7 kills already here in the opening set. Tried to finish it there, does not. Here's Meester now. She floats it over, and there's back-to-back for Mount Vernon. As Meester finds another kill. Her second of the opening set so far. 12 more points needed for Mount Vernon. Needed 14. They've got 2 of the 14 they needed. They're going to set it up to Koima. Can she have an 8th and the win? She can! Morgan Koima, 8 kills, leads the way for Western Christian, who dominates set number 1, 25-12. Here to open up day 2 of the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. We'll take a break. We'll come back for set number 2 is next. This is the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships on the digital network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Back to Coralville, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. We're getting set for set number 2 of the opening round of Class 3A play. It is number 1 seed Western Christian all over number 8 seed Mount Vernon in the opening set. Let's take a look at our stats brought to you by Sioux Cup. And what a first set for Morgan Koima. 8 kills for her on 11 attack attempts. She had just 1 error. She hit 636 in the opening set. What a great start for Koima. Adding a couple kills was Winterfeld. Bleak had a kill, and Van Scapen had a kill. 12 total kills for Western Christian. On the flip side, for Mount Vernon, they hit at a negative percentage in the opening set. 4 kills, 9 errors, so a minus 200. And a couple of service aces, 3 service aces for Western Christian And leading the way in kills was Gukin, as Gukin had 2 kills, Meester had a kill, and 1 kill for Schweer. It'll be Western Christian that will start things off here with the serve in set number 2 as Breslin Koima starts things off. Mount Vernon returned, and the kill comes down for Western Christian. As getting into the fun is DeJager, her first kill of the match for Western Christian. Madden, DeJager. Finds the kill. Mount Vernon will set things up. They'll tip over. Good up. It cannot be saved, but a great effort and a great up by Breslin Koima. Nobody there for the second. And Western Christian gives up the side out. Mount Vernon finds their first point of this second set. And Scapin will set this one up. Kept alive by Schweer. Here's Meester. She'll attack. Blocked. They have to go over. Does Mount Vernon. That was Schweer. Here comes Koima. She's blocked at the net. Tip over is blocked once again. Can Mount Vernon keep it alive? They can. We've got a whistle and a net violation against Mount Vernon. So a wild point. Both teams with some good ups and great blocks keep that point alive. But a net violation whistled against the Mustangs of Mount Vernon. And the point goes to Western Christian. They lead 2-1. Service from Bleak. And that one is hammered down for the kill by Whitaker. Anna Whitaker finds the kill. We'll have a couple of IMT substitutions. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com, the sponsor of all of our substitutions here in the state tournaments. Back to serve for Mount Vernon is Wilson, and she'll find an ace. Emily Nielsen finds the ace serve, brought to you by Channel Seeds. Mount Vernon the lead here in set number 2, and Nielsen will serve once again. Blocked at the net, but it'll be a kill as it goes off of Mount Vernon for DeJager. Meester will come back into the game. It's on the way for Western Christian. It'll be an overpass. Back to the Wolfpack. Here comes Koima. She's blocked at the net. And Western Christian will have to re-rack it with Winterfeld, but she slams it into the net. And Mount Vernon has once again taken the lead here in our second set, now 4-3. Schweer will go back to serve. Maverick Schweer. Libero for Mount Vernon. And her serve is into the net. We're tied at 4. Back and forth here in set number 2 after a dominating first set for Western Christian, 25-12. Vernon trying to tie it up at 1 set apiece. Koima will serve, taken by Meester, and it is going to be dunked back home by Scarlett Winterfeld. The serve receive is an overpass, and Winterfeld distributes it right back down to the floor. Meester will leave, and Nissen will come back in. Good serve by Koima. Oh, right over the tape. That was taken by Gukin, and she's going to have her third kill. That's a team high, 3 kills for Gukin for Mount Vernon. Aiden Gukin, the junior, 5'11". Averages about a kill and a half per set. And Lemonade serve for Mount Vernon. We'll take the lead 6-5. Another ace serve brought to you by Channel Seeds. Will continue to serve here for the Mustangs. Here comes Winterfeld. and she'll find the kill. Winterfeld jumps back in to the offense for Western Christian. They'll rotate out. Natalie Decker's IMT substitution. Joust at the net. We've got a whistle. And over the top of the net was Western Christian. The point will go to Mount Vernon. They're back in the lead 7-6. Better second set here for the Mustangs of Mount Vernon as they're going toe for toe with Western Christian here in the second. They'll set this one up to Winterfeld, and she will find space and bring that one home. What a cut shot there by Winterfeld. That one looked like she was going right down Main Street. Instead, she cut it to the right side of the court, the left side of the Mount Vernon defense, and lands it in. That's a tough shot there for Winterfeld. Now she serves. They'll set this one up to Meester. That's 4 contacts. That one was not blocked by Western Christian. Went off the net and came back to the Mount Vernon side. That'll be 4 contacts. And all of a sudden, Western Christian back out in front after a couple of points. They lead 8-7. Winterfeld will continue to serve. The jump serve over the nets. It will be an ace for Scarlett Winterfeld. Another ace serve brought to you by Channel Seas. As Winterfeld adds that one. 9 total ace serves so far for these two teams. The overpass comes right back to Yeager, and she sends it to the floor. Timeout, Mount Vernon, as Western Christian has scored 4 straight. They lead by 3. There's a look at the Mount Vernon huddle. They'll talk about this one. We'll come back. This is the Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, as we come back, let's take a look once again at that last kill for Western Christian as the Yeager brings home the overpass right back down to the floor. It's 4 straight points for Western Christian, but that will end here as the serve from Winterfeld will go long, and the side out the Mustangs needed to make it now 10-8, back to within 2. Now what will Mount Vernon do? Can they make a little run of their own to get back into this one? Winterfeld after a great up by the Wolfpack. This time can't be saved. Originally a great up by Bentley Bleak. Winterfeld put it over, but they got out of sync offensively. And Mount Vernon was able to bring that one back over and down. Back-to-back points for the Mustangs. Back to within 1. Can they tie it up? They'll set it to Bleak, and she'll find the kill. Bentley Bleak will find one from her natural position on the right side. Finds the kill. Breslin Koima is in to serve. Mount Vernon will bring it back with Meester. Koima plays it out of the scorer's table. What a play for Western Christian. They keep it alive. Here comes Meester now. Another good up by Western Christian. But this one cannot get over by Yeager. That's what makes Western Christian so hard to beat, is their defense. Of course, they've got great offense. A lot of teams down here at the state tournament have great offense, but what separates Western Christian is their ability on defense. This time it'll be Mount Vernon that will find the points. And we are tied at 11 just like that. We go back and forth here in set number 2. 11-11. That one is out on the service error. 9, now 10 ace serves between these two teams. Each team has 5 in the 2 sets thus far. Blocked at the net. Huge tandem block at the net by DeJager and Morgan Koima. Much better hitting for Mount Vernon so far here in this second set. We're going to try to keep that one going here as Mount Vernon will find the points and are back to within 13-12. Mount Vernon here in the second set, 6 kills, 2 errors on 12 attack attempts, hitting .333. They had 4 kills on 9 attack errors in that first set. Overpass, kept alive by Olabero Koima. Schweer will bump set that one, kept alive by Morgan Koima. They'll come back to DeJager. Good block at the net by Mount Vernon. Now it's Morgan Koima trying to find another kill, and she does in the back row. Morgan Koima back into the mix offensively as she picks up her first kill of this second set. Mount Vernon was able to stop Koima from picking up a kill for the first 25 points of this set. She finally finds one, now has 9 for the match. Here comes Winterfeld, and she'll hammer one into the block and will find a point to make it 15-12. Winterfeld trying to chase down Koima as she picks up her 6th kill of the match. Now a 3-point lead for Western Christian, and Mount Vernon won't let them get much further as here comes Hayden Gukin. Hayden Gukin from the outside on this near pin to us. Finds the kill, makes it 15-13. Schweer will go back to serve. And she comes all the way to the near side. Cross-court serve for Schweer. They'll set it back up to Winterfeld, and that one is out, I believe. No, they're going to say it landed in. Pardon me. Mount Vernon crowd disagrees, but of course the referees have a way better look at that one than we do all the way up here. And it landed in. So Western Christian will lead 16-13. It'll be a free ball from Mount Vernon to Western Christian. Winterfeld will wind this one up. Good block at the net. And Mount Vernon will send it back. It'll be an overpass, tipped back over by Mount Vernon. Winterfeld will bring it back. Schweer will receive there. Joust at the net. And Winterfeld distributes that one down to the floor. Scarlett Winterfeld goes up and brings that one home. They're going to say point to Mount Vernon. So scratch that, it'll be 16-14. Point goes to Mount Vernon. And the Mustangs will serve. Good diving serve. And it is Gukin who jousts at the net and brings that one home. Hayden Gukin trying to keep this set alive for Mount Vernon. Western Christian will use a timeout. An excited Mount Vernon huddle. We'll talk about this one. It's a 1-point game here in set number 2. We'll take a break. This is the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back to Coralville in the Extreme Arena. Western Christian won the first set 25-12. They lead the second set, but Mount Vernon right there with them. Western Christian played 12 matches of out-of-state opponents this year. Our line judge was not ready yet. We're going to re-rack this. It'll be a jump ball as our line judges were still on their way to their positions. I don't think the ready to serve was given to Mount Vernon, so that'll be a jump ball. We're going to re-rack it. As the serve will come from Hofert one more time. This time played by Western Christian. They'll go to Winterfeld. And Vernon will play it back. Dumped over, blocked by Gukin. Now Gukin will pass. They'll pass it back to Gukin. She'll tip over. Both teams will play it. Gukin once again will get another opportunity. Played by Western Christian in the back. Here's Winterfeld. She'll attack. Dug out by Schweer. And that one is kept alive. Joust at the net. We've got a whistle. It's a Mount Vernon point. And two contacts are going to be whistled against Western Christian. That thing was just being jousted back and forth between the two teams. And finally, two contacts called, and we are tied at 16. Back to serve once again, Hofert. As she floats this one over, taken by Koima, but it can't quite get over the net by the center, Maggie Van Scapen. Van Scapen does average about half a kill per set this year. When she's setting it, just dumping it over. That time, didn't quite get enough on it, and Mount Vernon leads 17-16. Short serve. Once again, they're going to set it up to Winterfeld, and she hammers that one home. Trying to get in front of it was Hofert, but no up on an attack like that from Scarlett Winterfeld. Now the center, Van Scapen will go back to serve, and she'll have an ace. Maggie Van Scapen will add another ace for Western Christian, brought to you by Channel Seeds. Visit channelseed.com. And Scapen will serve. Go over the net, dug out there by Koima. Here's Winterfeld. She'll tip over. Just batted back by Mount Vernon. As that was Brinley Becher. Becher will bet that one back and score for Mount Vernon. 18-18 here in the second set. Service on the way from Mount Vernon. Winterfeld will attack and kill. Scarlett Winterfeld now trying to jump into it for Western Christian here in the second set. The first set was all Morgan Koima. Now the second set has been a lot of Scarlett Winterfeld. She's got 8 kills now. One behind Koima. Winterfeld will serve. 19-18. Meester will attack. And that kill will go off the hands of Mount Vernon as Madden Dieger will find that one. Timeout, Mount Vernon. It is 20-18. Western Christian looking for a 2-0 lead. And as you peer into the huddle of head coach Cami Verbeek, we'll come back. This is the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back to Coralville. There's some Mount Vernon fans cheering on their school as they're trying to give a little momentum back to the Mustangs. Trying to win the second set. It'll be Scarlett Winterfeld who is set to serve. 20-18 the lead for Western Christian. Oh, collision. They are able to get that one over as did not get a full attack on that one. As there was a collision on the side of Mount Vernon as Becker. And that one comes in on the side of Mount Vernon. It'll be a kill for Western Christian. Becher ran into her setter. Now it's 21-18. Winterfeld continues to serve. Schweer receives. Here's Becher here. And Mount Vernon will find the side out. As Boren find the kill for the Mustangs. Madeline Warren, the senior, finds a monster kill there for Mount Vernon, 21-19. Mount Vernon looking for a couple more. They're going to have to play defense, and they cannot, as that is Bentley Bleak from the right side, finding a big kill for Western Christian, now just 3 points away from taking set number 2. A little tougher here in set 2 than it was in set number 1. Meester is blocked. They'll have to go over, will Mount Vernon? They do. And Scapin will set this one up to Bleak once again, and Bentley Bleak, yes ma'am, brings that one home. For Western Christian, it's 23-19. Service on the way from the libero Koima. It does come over. Koima will play it again. And Scapin will set it up to Morgan Koima. Now Meester into the donut, and she scores for Mount Vernon. 23-20. 2 points away from taking the set for Western Christian. Mount Vernon not going down without a fight. Looking for a couple more. Here comes Koima. Good dig for Mount Vernon from Schweer. They'll send it back to the Western Christian side. Here comes Bleak. And it's down. Came over originally from Bleak. It was joust back and forth and finally lands on the side of Mount Vernon. It is set point in set number 2 for Western Christian. Bleak will serve. The student section clapping. Meester blocked, and a chance here for Koima, and she'll end it. Her 11th kill of the match so far, 25-20. Not as easy as set number 1, but Western Christian finds a win in set number 2. And just like that, the number 1 seed, the team that everybody thought would win the state title from day 1, they come into the state tournament as the number 1 seed, and now they are 1 set away from a return trip for a 25th straight year to the state semifinals. We'll take a break. We'll come back. This is the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Ladies, the bake sale's about to start. Are you ready?
We've got this.
Okay.
Oh, guys, he's here.
Quick start delivery for Janet.
Bring it here.
Let's get this bake sale going. Yeah. Come on. Best bake sale ever.
Oh, yeah.
Let's dig in.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Back to Coralville, it's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And to take a look at the scoreboard there, 25-20, Western Christian wins set number 2. Let's take a look at our Sioux Cup stats. Our stats today brought to you by our friends at Sioux Cup. Western Christian and Mount Vernon, it has been 30 kills so far in the match for Western Christian. Western Christian has those 30 kills on just 6 attack errors, hitting .400 as a team, 25 assists, 6 ace serves, 22 digs, and 6 blocks. Mount Vernon has just 16 kills on 11 attack errors, hitting 0.86, 12 assists, 5 aces, 19 digs, and 2 blocks. One of the things that we knew we were going to have coming into this match was great fundamental volleyball, and no matter what the scores have been so far, it has been great fundamental volleyball from two of the best coaches that have done it here in Iowa high school volleyball. Maggie Williams trying to get her team now to reverse sweep Western Christian. And Western Christian trying to punch their ticket back to the state semifinals for a 25th consecutive year. Bleak will send that one over. It will be an overpass and hammered right back down to the floor as welcome to the party, Addie Van Holt. Van Holt will find the kill and she'll go immediately to the bench for Western Christian. IMT substitution. Now the serve for Western Christian goes into the nets. As that one just not quite enough to get over the tape for Breslin Koima. We are tied at 1 point apiece, and we will trade service errors as Mount Vernon comes right back with one of their own. 2-1 Western Christian. 11 service aces so far in the match between these two teams. 5 for Mount Vernon, 6 for Western Christian. And blocked back to the Mount Vernon side. Meester will come over with it. It will be the Wolfpack who will take it. And tipped over the net. What a heads-up play there by the setter, Madison Hofert. And she just dumps that one over the top of her head and back down to the floor. They gave that score the wrong way. Mount Vernon, that should have been their second points, if I'm not mistaken. They had one on the service error, and then they had one in there on the kill that was dumped over. I believe that score is, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now it's corrected on the scoreboard here in the stadium. And I thought it should have been 2-2, and it is. Now that is an out by Mount Vernon to make it now 3-2. So everything is corrected now. And another service error for Western Christian. As Coach Verbeek from the bench telling our team, got to get those up. And over the net, we're tied at 3-3. Here comes Winterfeld. She'll attack. Good dig in the back row for Mount Vernon. Now Gukin will attack. Blocked to the net once again. Where will Mount Vernon go with it this time? They'll have to go over with Koima. Hofert will set it up to Gukin. Again blocked. And great defense by Mount Vernon once again on the up. And eventually Western Christian will find the floor. Good ups by both teams. Great defense from these two. 3, Western Christian leads. We'll see a serve coming. Morgan Koima. Here comes Gukin. She'll send that one over. Koima will play it. They'll get it to Winterfeld. She's blocked. And it'll have to be a free ball from Western Christian. Schweer will play it. The back set is down for Boren. Madeline Boren finds the kill for Mount Vernon. You got a young daughter at home that's excited about playing volleyball in the future. Flip on some tape of Western Christian and Mount Vernon and let them watch it. The fundamentals have just been incredible. Of course, neither team is ever going to be perfect. They have an ace serve. That's what sports are all about. You're never going to have a perfect game, no matter how much you win or how much you lose. But man, oh man, the fundamentals have been fun today for these two teams. And Mount Vernon now leads for a moment. And the side out will go to Western Christian on the service error. It's 5-5. Back to serve is Maggie Van Scapen. Back to serve this one. And Scapin will head off to Dort, along with who just attacked at Winterfeld. And there's Van Scapin will take that one. They'll give it back to Bleak, who will attack. Can Mount Vernon play it? They can. They got to go over with Gukin. She is able to find the over. Here comes Winterfeld. She'll line up, and she'll kill that one. And Scapin reached 2,000 career assists, averaging almost 10 assists per set this season. Winterfeld has been phenomenal. Again, both of them will play at Dort, just down the road in Seward Center next season. 7-5, Western Christian trying to get back to the state semifinals. They lead. Scapin will serve. Of course, the GPAC NAIA volleyball is so good as Winterfeld will fit right in as she finds the kill there. You want to play good NAIA volleyball, you get into the GPAC. And that's where a couple of these Western Christian Wolfpacks will go. Timeout taken by Mount Vernon. And we'll have to check on Schweer as she goes to the Mount Vernon bench. Hopefully she is okay. We'll have to see some changes likely for Mount Vernon for the moment, as not sure exactly what happened there, but the libero Schweer seems to be in some pain on the Mount Vernon bench as you look live here inside Extreme Arena. First set goes the way of Davenport Assumption over on the other court. They are getting ready to start set number 2, Davenport Assumption and Mid-Prairie. And Davenport Assumption won the opening set there. That is the 2-7 matchup. Davenport Assumption, the 2 seed, Mid-Prairie, the 7 seed. Our next match here on this court is the 4-5 matchup, Cherokee and Humboldt, which should be an exciting one. All the 4-5s have been really fun so far. As that one goes long, another service error for Western Christian. That's the 3rd in this set. Half of Mount Vernon's points in set number 3 have come by service errors of Western Christian, 8-6. And we'll see Mount Vernon serving this one. And Chapin will set to Winterfeld, and that one will go out. Off the attack and the block, 9-6. As Winterfeld will find her now team tying 11th kill. As Morgan Koima had 9 kills in the opening set, she had 2 in the second set. Winterfeld now ties her with 11 kills. Those two have been the dynamic offensive duos so far. Here's Bleak. She gets back into the fray. Bentley Bleak with her 6th kill of the match. So good from that right side. And it's 10-6 Western Christian. They won the first set 25-12, the second set 25-20. Dumped over. Is it alive? No. Good effort there by Breslin Koima, the libero. Good to see Schweer out for a moment, but then right back to the Mount Vernon bench. An IMT substitution. Here comes the serve for Madeline Moring. Van Scapin will set to Bleak. Ooh, huge block there for Mount Vernon. Give that one to Meester and Whitaker. Find the big block at the net. Those two have been phenomenal blocking whenever Mount Vernon can be in this rotation to have them up front together. Bleak this time will just roll shot it over the net instead of trying to go back through that block once again. Meester will attack. Van Scapin will set. And that one is killed down the line by DeJager. DeJager hits line. And she finds the kill. That is kill number 5 for DeJager. Mount Vernon Trying to get his side out here. 11-8, Western Christian leads. And Dieger will find back-to-back kills to give her 6 for the match. She has 6, Bleak has 6, and 11 apiece for Morgan Koima and Scarlett Winterfeld. This will be Breslin Koima who will serve. And she's got an ace. Ace serves in the match are brought to you by our friends at Channel Seeds, your local seeds dealer. Visit channelseed.com today. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. It's 13-8 in favor of Western Christian here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here to Coralville. The fans enjoying this one. It is Western Christian enjoying a 2-0 lead. Breslin Koima serves this one, and that will be a kill off a touch for Mount Vernon. Give that one to Betcher. She will leave after her kill. Into serve now for Mount Vernon is Alexis Boren, the sophomore. And she'll send this one over the net. Dug out by Winterfeld. They'll come cross court. And that one will be a kill for Western Christian as Madden Dieger will find it. That one had to develop for a second as Dieger brought down the house. Mount Vernon was there to attempt to dig that one out, but it came down so quickly by the time he got the hands down. That one drifts out, and Bleak will serve. We had a quick shoe tie timeout. Now we're back into the fray, and that one is down. Good old tip by Whitaker. As Whitaker has great hang time. That's what makes her so difficult to defend. And she can go up and slam it, or she can go up and she can hold herself in the air for a second or two and just roll it over the block, as she did there, into the donut of Western Christian. Morgan Koima is blocked back down onto the side of Western Christian, as Whitaker will find the block there. 14-11. Mount Vernon still within 3. They're in striking distance. But it's a must-win set to save the season for the Mustang. Once again, Whitaker bangs in the air and brings it off the block. Whitaker is starting to get going here for Mount Vernon, which could be trouble for Western Christian. 4th kill now for Whitaker. Couple of them here in this set. And again, Whitaker blocks it. She's got a couple of blocks, a couple of kills, and Whitaker trying to keep Mount Vernon around. Let's take a look at this one again. Whitaker just gets up and brings it right back home. Now the serve will go into the net. We'll give a side out to Western Christian. 15-13. Western Christian took the first 2 sets. They lead here in the 3rd. Good to see Schweer back in. And that one is blocked back down on line on the Mount Vernon side. And it's 16-13. Looks like Schweer moving around okay back there. Of course, that is key as a libero. That is their main job, is moving everywhere so quickly. Playing great defense. Looks like Schweer moving okay after her injury. The slide is blocked for Western Christian. Instead, they go right back to Morgan Koima. She came on the slide the first time, it was blocked. After the block, they came right back to Koima, and she brings it home. 17-13. Schweer will play this one to Gukin and over. They will set it up to Koima once again, and Koima finds back-to-back kills. Now up to 13 in the match. Had 9 in the opening set. They went more Winterfeld in the second set, and now they're back to Koima, who has back-to-back kills, and an ace for Western Christian. They're counting down the points to a 25th straight state semifinal appearance. If you're Mount Vernon, you gotta go, and you gotta go now. And that'll be 4 contacts against Mount Vernon, and the Western Christian Wolfpack now just 5 points away from the semis. Western Christian hasn't missed the state tournament since the year 2000. 25 straight years. They have been here at the state tournaments. They have been to 24 semifinals, and over the line, it'll be a toe fault on Schweer to make it 21-14. Schweer asking the R1 about it, but of course the line judge was right there on top of it, immediately waving her flag, and it was a toe fault against Schweer. Now it's 21-14, and an ace serve for Morgan Koima. 22-14. Ace serves brought to you by Channel Seeds. Visit channelseed.com. 22-14. Of those 24 straight appearances to the semifinals, in 22 of them, Western Christian has played for a state title. Yes, they've played in the state title match 22 of the last 24 state championships. That one is set long. And in that span of 22 state championship game appearances, they have won 14 state titles. Will this year be number 15? Would also mark the 20th overall state title for Western Christian if they can win it. They have won 19 state titles in school history, 14 of the last 24, and they are now just 2 points away from returning to the semifinals. Coach Verbeek won a state championship as a player for Western Christian, and now she has won 14 as a coach. Trying to send Western Christian back to the state semis. Here's Gukin. She says Mount Vernon not done yet as Gukin finds the kill, 23-16. And Mount Vernon mount a comeback. Not only will they have to come back and win here in set 3, but they're going to need to win set 4, and they need to win set 5. And Scapin will set this one up to Scarlett Winterfeld, and we are at match points for the Wolfpack of Western Christian. They've made the trip with a lot of their fans from whole Iowa. And now Scarlett Winterfeld will serve match points for the Wolfpack. Meester trying to keep it alive. Winterfeld's Van Scapin. Bleak wins it for Western Christian. And the Wolfpack, for a 25th straight year, will return to the state semifinals and are 2 matches away from their 20th state title in school history. And to see the Wolfpack fans cheering across the way, the 2 teams will shake hands, and of course we'll get to see the meeting of the 2 legendary head coaches, Tammy Verbeek and Maggie Williams, as they share a quick moment. Mount Vernon, what a spectacular season, though. After all of the firepower they lost from last year's team, they return here to the state tournament. Let's go downstairs for today's trophy presentation.
Each participating player will receive a medal and commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, our Executive Director, Aaron Gerlich, and Volleyball Administrator, Ben Van Wyk. Congratulations, Head Coach Maggie Willems and the Mustangs from Mount Vernon on an outstanding 2025 volleyball season. Now we'd like to recognize today's Quick Star star of the game, Maggie Van Scapen from Western Christian. Her performance has earned her the honor of advancing her team on the bracket to the semifinal round. Thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU. Wolfpack fans, your team advances to the semifinals and will play tomorrow right here in Court 1 at 2 o'clock.
Well, there they go. The Western Christian Wolfpack will celebrate this one. They'll move their team on the bracket, and they will get set to play again tomorrow. They'll play right back here on court number 1 at 2 o'clock, and of course we'll have it for you here on the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Well, what a game for Western Christian. They end the game with 45 kills, just 10 errors. They hit 380 as a team, and they are off to the state semifinals. Mount Vernon will end their season as the Mustangs fall to 23-16 on the year. They had 23 kills, 12 attack errors, hit 133, 6 aces, and 5 blocks as a team. For our entire crew here at the Extreme Arena in Coralville, I'm Zared Agostel saying we'll see you in just a little bit for our 4-5 matchup between Humboldt and Cherokee.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Mr. Frank, Mr. Frank. And just what you did now, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be at a store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairway Frank.
Welcome to Fairway, your Fairway family.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.